Ashley Whiting. I am going to show you today the coolest experiment that I've done so far in my garden here in Texas. I hate when I go to buy soil at a nursery center. I will sometimes find a bag that's open and kind of feel the soil, and sometimes I can really tell if it's just like solid wood, it won't be a great potting soil. Or if it's has no nutrients in it, it won't be a good potting soil. But it's really hard to really tell how it's gonna do by just looking at a bag. And the bags will tell you it's amazing. I mean, they can really like pretty much lie. And also, by the way, if it says organic, that doesn't really mean anything. A lot of people can say organic now, so that's kind of tricky. Anyways, it's a great mystery. So I found a garden center. It's called the Red Barn Garden Center. It's in Leander, Texas. By far my favorite. The guy that owns the place is the most knowledgeable I have found here in Texas at any nursery. So I will usually just ask him, what's the best potting soil? And he'll usually give me like, this is my number one, number two, number three. Well, I thought it'd be super fun to do a test to see which one actually does the best. So I bought a few from him. I did go to Home Depot and I bought a bag. And then I also made my own potting soil. So let me show you how they look so far. Just planted them about 2 weeks ago. So let me show you how they're doing, and I'll show you the progress throughout the season. Okay, so this is my experiment right here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pots here filled, and I did this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe 6 times. So I filled them with all different potting soil. This is an all-organic potting mix, perfect for containers for a 1 to 3 duration of plantings. It includes fungal compost, leaf mold compost, expanded shell, basalt sand for aeration and drainage. It is doing fantastic. So what I have the same plants in every single experiment. So right here, I have chard over here, and this mustard is just growing like crazy over it. So I don't know, maybe they're a little too close together, but it's a good experiment. Chard, mustard, and kale right here. They're growing great. I have petunias over here and here. I have proven winners. It's a Super Petunia Mini Vista Sangria over here. And then this one is another proven winners, Super Petunia White. So that's what I have growing for flowers, to see how they do with the flowers. Then I've also, let's see, right here I have collards right here. And this is actually Georgia Southern collards. And this is an ornamental kale, if you can see it. And so this is not edible, but we'll see how it does. It'll be a good experiment. Then I also have some seeds that I planted. So I have nasturtiums planted on the sides. It looks like one's coming up right here. And then I also have spinach and lettuce. We'll see how it does. Then I have 2 rows of carrots here and 2 rows of carrots here, and I planted, what was it? Scarlet Nantes over here, and I planted Denver's 126 over here. Other than that, I have radishes planted here, and I have beet seeds planted here. So seeds of beets, seeds of radishes, lettuce, spinach, carrots, nasturtium. Everything else was a plant that I already bought, but they were tiny, and I'll show you because some of the other soils aren't hardly growing, so you'll see what size they were and I planted them all at the same time. So this is experiment number 1. This is the Nature's Way potting soil. So let's go look at number 2. Okay, so this is number 2. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Fox Farm. This is a great soil, but I've never compared it to anything else. When I use it, I like it. So this is, it says a unique blend of good things from the earth and sea potting soil. Contains earthworm castings and bat guano. It contains peat moss, fish emulsion, crab meal, shrimp meal, earthworm castings, rich in ingredients from the ocean. Let's see, is it better than the other one? Maybe slightly. I don't know. These both look really good. So, let me put this in here so I remember. Okay, so the chard again, mustard, kale's doing great. It is getting eaten by something. Oh, something broke it, probably my dog. So that's not really a very fair test, but this little guy got broken. So, put that there. We have the petunias, Super Petunias. These seeds are coming up, not quite as fast as the other ones, but pretty good. The nasturtium's coming up. It's about the same. Carrots are about the same, carrot seeds. And then we have the collards here. The ornamental cabbage might look a little better here. But I think the super petunias look better in the other soil. So this is number 2. This is Foxtail Farm. Let's go look at number 3. Here we have chard, mustard, kale, very weak, at least they've survived. They're still living. Oh, there's bees all over here, but they're not growing. The petunias aren't really doing great. These ones are doing better. The seeds are doing okay. The seeds are doing okay in here. Let's see, hasn't grown. The ornamental cabbage hasn't really grown. The seeds are doing okay though. They actually though, now that I'm looking at them, they're not as dark green. They're kind of a really light yellow green. So they aren't doing very well. This soil is, oh, I see the beets are coming up. Radishes are coming up. This soil is Harvest Organics. I got this at Home Depot for growing flowers, vegetables, and herbs potting mix. Is not looking good at all. This was the probably cheapest soil, of course. Not looking very good. Okay, let's go look at number 4. Okay, so this is one that actually surprised me. I thought it would do better. It's called Nature's Creation. It's called Nature's Creation Organic Potting Soil. It says with mycorrhizal fungi, cocoa fiber, compost, mushroom compost, pecan mulch, perlite and molasses, recycled native trees and shrubs. Is this a Texas product? Yes, this is a Texas product. And I was told good things about this, but it is not performing. It's definitely doing better than the Home Depot one that we just saw in number 3. But number 4 here is not great. The seeds are a little smaller, but they are coming up. Not as big. The radishes are looking good, but they're so easy. The chard and the mustard and the arugula are doing better in here, but definitely not as good as number 1 and number 2. And petunias are okay. No, they're not. They probably look the worst in this. They're pretty yellow and not really blooming very well over there. They're alive. Okay, yeah, so this was okay. This is number 3. Yeah. Oh no, this is number 4. It's okay. Not so great though. Miracle-Gro Performance Organics. This is experiment number 6. Now this one is my own personal potting mix that I just made my own blend. I have in here shredded bark, like triple shredded bark, not wood like the inside of a tree, but bark, triple shredded. Have that in here. I have a little bit of sand. I have mushroom compost and a leaf mold compost. And so I would say this is 50% compost. And is that it? Oh, and then I have a little bit of, I have earthworm castings and some perlite and vermiculite. So that's how I made my compost here, or my soil here. And it is probably it might be my second best performer. It started off best. It started off the best. I don't know, it's really close. No, it's probably my second best performer. So we have, over here we have, yeah, so the kale is looking really good. This kale probably looks the best of all of them. The mustard is really healthy, great color and really strong. Maybe not quite as big as number 1 over there. Petunias look good, good color, really blooming over there. The white ones aren't blooming as much. Seeds are coming up well. Okay, so let me give you one more look of my experiment of all of them. From a bird's eye view, here we have the Nature's Way. Here we have the Nature's Way potting soil. And this is how we're looking. A lot of blooms. Leafy greens look good. Beet seeds are looking good. Radishes are really big. Petunias are blooming. Looks good. Oh, that ornamental cabbage looks really good in this one. A lot of seeds here of lettuce. One spinach coming up, and even the nasturtium is coming up right there. Yeah, so that looks good. Okay, so here is the Fox Farm. Petunias are looking good. Right there. Leafy greens are actually huge. Very big. The ornamental cabbage looks good. A lot of lettuce seeds are coming up. No spinach seeds, and I don't see, oh, one little nasturtium right there. I don't know if you can see that. Radishes look good. Not quite as good as the other one. Beets are coming up. So that's the Fox Farm. Okay, here's another look at the Harvest Organics Organic Potting Mix. This is from, actually, I think it's from Lowe's. I think I said Home Depot, but that's from Lowe's. And then we have petunias are looking kind of yellow, not blooming. Same here, some blooms, but not great coloring on the leaves. Radishes are okay. Beets are coming up okay. The greens are not looking good. They just haven't done anything. Lettuce seeds are coming up. I don't see any spinach seeds. And carrots seeds are coming up. But these leafy greens are not looking good, and that ornamental cabbage is sad. So that's the Harvest Organics. Okay, now we have Nature's Creation Organic Potting Soil. Let's see how this is doing. Greens are okay. A little better than the Harvest Organics, but not great. Petunias are okay, not blooming. Actually, those look really sad. Have some blooms, but getting very yellow. The radishes are coming up, looking good. Beets are not looking great. They're coming up a little bit. You know what, to be fair, I think something dug right there the other day. So maybe that's why they're not coming up there, but they are coming up. Let's see, lettuce are coming up. Lettuce seeds are coming up. No nasturtium seeds are coming up. And carrots are okay. They're coming up, but they are not very big. And again, not awesome. Okay, one more look at the Miracle-Gro Performance Organics. And the sun's coming out. So the greens are, they're okay. They're doing better than I thought they would, but not awesome. Petunias, a few blooms on there. Looking green at least. And the beets are coming up. Pretty small. Radishes are coming up. Petunias are really tiny, haven't grown at all, but they at least look green. Let's see. Yep, lettuce seeds coming up. There's a nasturtium right there coming up, and this colors looks pretty good, and the ornamental cabbage looks pretty good, but both not big performers, but okay. Okay, lastly, this is my own personal potting mix. The leafy greens look really good, big and full. Petunias have lots of blooms and they've grown. These petunias are looking good, good color, and the sun's coming out. Let's see, beets are coming up. I don't know if all of them are coming up, but they look good. Radishes are coming up. Let's see. Yeah, collards look really good. Ornamental cabbage looks good. And we have lettuce seeds, nasturtium seeds, and pretty good here. Not awesome, but pretty good. Okay, so that's my soil experiment. I would say all in all, they're all working, but there's some clear winners. I would say that the Nature's Way, which was number 1, is the best performer. Number 2 would be the Fox Farm. They're kind of neck and neck. All 3, actually those 2 are really close. The Nature's Way looks amazing. That would probably be my number 2, and then my number 3 would probably be my own potting mix, which is really cool to learn because I could probably add stuff to it and make it even better. And so this is a great experiment. The other ones I would not choose. They're not doing great at all. But we'll see throughout the month how they look and throughout the season. One thing to note is that Fox Farm is very expensive. Very expensive. I think it was $24 for that one bag of soil. So if you're on a tight budget and you just can't do that, I would really recommend. And then the Nature's Way was a medium price soil. I think it was $14 or $15 for the bag, which isn't bad. It was 1.5. I can't remember how big the bag was. But it's kind of a medium price soil. Still pretty expensive though when you need to fill a lot of pots. I would definitely make your own compost. Watching what's happened here, and I'll have a video about how I made my compost later, but that's been a really neat thing to see here in comparison side to side. So I will keep bringing on videos about this project and I'll let you know how it turns out. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.